Welcome to the Grand Valley State University Clery Act Campus Security Authority training. If you're watching this video, you have likely been identified as a Grand Valley State University Campus Security Authority, otherwise known as a CSA. This video will provide you with an overview of the information you need to know regarding your responsibilities as a CSA. The Clery Act is a complex federal law requiring institutions of higher education to maintain and disclose campus crime data and security information. The Clery Act was enacted in memory of Jeannie Clery, a college student who was a victim of rape and murder while in her residence hall at Lehigh University in 1986. Grand Valley State University collects and publishes data and policy information annually in the Annual Security and Fire Safety Report. That's available on the public safety website. Clery crimes, especially sexual assaults, are not always reported to police or security. A victim may feel more comfortable telling another campus representative, such as a faculty or staff. The Clery Act requires that institutions collect reports of crime from people holding positions identified as campus security authorities. These individuals, therefore, play an essential role in Clery Act compliance. Annually, the university reviews and updates the list of campus security authorities and provides training to these individuals. A campus security authority is defined by the Department of Education as individuals who work for campus police or security department, or other individuals who have responsibility for campus security, an individual who has been specifically identified as a person to whom criminal offenses can be reported, or an individual at an institution who has significant responsibility for student and campus activities. At Grand Valley State, police and security officers, housing staff, student affairs professional staff, and faculty staff advisors to student organizations are examples of positions that have been identified as CSAs. Not all GVSU employees are identified as CSAs. Faculty members who do not have responsibility for students outside the classroom, most support staff, and licensed counselors are not considered CSAs. The list attached to this presentation offers examples of positions that are identified as CSAs and those who are not. If you believe you have been incorrectly identified as a campus security authority, please contact the Department of Public Safety. A campus security authority has the responsibility to report crime information to the Department of Public Safety when they are made aware of an allegation of such an offense occurring on campus property. As a CSA, you must report to public safety if you believe a crime occurred. If you believe anyone is in immediate danger, or if there is an emergency, contact 911 immediately. Campus security authorities must retain certain information from a victim or other reporting persons, sharing that information with public safety. This information includes, but is not limited to, location of the incident, details to help classify the type of incident that took place, identity information of the perpetrator if known, and any information to determine whether or not there is an ongoing or continuing threat to the community. While not required, personal identifying information regarding an incident can be very helpful in reducing duplication of reported crimes from multiple CSAs, identifying serial criminal suspects, or determining whether there is an ongoing or continuing threat to the community. If reporting the crime for a victim, you can provide resources and assist them in obtaining medical help if necessary. You may ask that victim if they have contacted police or security, but you should not insist that they do so. However, if there is an emergency, contact 911 immediately. The Clery Act requires institutions of higher education under certain circumstances to alert the campus community about threats to their safety. These notices afford campus members an opportunity to help protect themselves. There are different types of alerts or notices that are sent out. One such alert is called a timely warning. This alert is sent to faculty, staff, and students when there is a serious, continuing, or ongoing threat to the campus community. This alert does not include the name of the victim, but does include pertinent information that will aid in the prevention of similar crimes. Timely warnings are sent via the email through Grand Valley Alert. All members of the GVSU community are automatically signed up to receive GVSU alert notices. A second type of alert is a safety notice. This notice may be sent out by GVSU under the same types of circumstances as a timely warning. However, a safety notice is sent for incidents that occur near but not on the campus property. Not all crimes are required to be reported under the Clery Act. Reporting requirements often depend on several circumstances. Definitions for Clery Act reportable crimes are listed in this training presentation and are also located on the CSA incident report form. You will be asked to initially identify an incident type on the report form. However, public safety will make the ultimate determination of the type of incident based on the information you provide. You should provide as many details based on what was reported to you. If possible, please attempt to determine the location of the crime. This will aid public safety in properly classifying the incident. The Clery Act reportable crimes include aggravated assault, arson, burglary, dating violence, domestic violence, motor vehicle theft, murder, or non-negligent manslaughter, negligent manslaughter, rape, sexual assault, including fondling, incest, and statutory rape, robbery, and stalking. The Clery Act does not require institutions to report individual incidents of liquor law, drug abuse, and weapons violations. Instead, institutions are required to provide the number of criminal arrests or referrals for violation of university policy rules. If reported in a liquor law, drug abuse, or weapon violation to public safety, include the number of arrests and/or referrals for each incident. If it is determined that a crime was committed based on the perpetrator's bias against the victim, the Clery Act requires that the institution not only record the Clery reportable crime, but identify if the incident is a hate crime. In addition to the previously mentioned Clery Act reportable crimes, a hate crime is reportable for the crimes of intimidation, simple assault, larceny, and vandalism. Reports of hate crime must include the criminal incident type as well as what you believe to be the bias involved. Again, the CSA incident report form will ask you to initially choose a type of bias, but please provide as many details as possible to assist public safety in making the final determination. You may submit a report to public safety via the reporting form available online at the public safety website. If there appears to be an ongoing or serious threat of a similar incident occurring to the victim or others, you should immediately contact 911 before completing the CSA incident form. The CSA incident form should be completed as soon as possible, but no later than within 48 hours of learning about the incident. Once a year, the Department of Public Safety will contact each campus security authority to confirm that all crimes reported to CSAs during the calendar year were properly documented and reported to the Department of Public Safety. In the questions that follow this video, you will be asked to confirm whether or not you have knowledge of any crimes that were not previously reported to Public Safety or Title IX. If you are aware of any crimes that have not yet been reported, please complete a report form immediately following this video at the Public Safety website. To recap, Campus Security Authority must call 911 in the event of an emergency. Immediately contact the Department of Public Safety if there appears to be an ongoing or serious threat to the victim or others. Complete a CSA incident report form to the best of your ability as soon as possible, but no later than 48 hours after learning of the incident. Report only what has been shared with you. Please do not make any assumptions or provide incorrect information. As a campus security authority, there are some things that you should not do. Do not attempt to determine whether or not a crime took place. Simply report the information told to you. Do not attempt to prove what happened or who was at fault. Do not attempt to identify or find the perpetrator. Do not try to convince the victim to contact law enforcement if they do not wish to do so. As a Grand Valley State University Campus Security Authority, you are an essential participant in ensuring campus safety for those who learn, live, and work on our campuses. On behalf of the university and the Department of Public Safety, thank you for your assistance. If you have any questions about the Clery Act or CSA responsibilities, please contact Chief Brandon DeHaan or Kelly Dykstra at Public Safety Services.